Another funeral. Mourning for a 10-year-old boy turns into cries of freedom and yet another protest. One that reportedly ended in a face-off with security forces. And once again, the death toll climbs. A similar scene the day before. Hospital wards are filling up with those suffering from bullet wounds. 16-year-old Suleiman was shot in the leg.
We were watching security forces beating up a biker. The forces probably thought we were protesters and thought we'd throw stones. So they fired on us.
17-year-old Javed tells me he too was hurt in the confrontation but managed to bring his cousin to the hospital. He's reluctant to reveal his face. He's scared that speaking to us could mean trouble with the security forces. But with clenched fists, he tells me that his cousin's injuries will not be in vain. A resolve to carry on the fight despite what it could cost.
If the vessels are repaired nicely, maybe his limb will be saved. If not, then at this young boy we have to go for amputation only.
Over the past few months, this hospital has been taking in more and more critically injured patients. Most of them are victims of clashes between security forces and protesters. It's adding to the pressure on hospitals, which are already under strain from frequent strikes and curfews. The Institute of Medical Sciences is one of the best equipped in the region to handle trauma and emergency. It usually sees about 2,000 patients a day. But as ambulances keep pulling in, providing care is becoming a challenge to doctors.
We also have to arrange supplies for the increasing number of the patients which we are getting. And under very difficult circumstances, we have to put a lot of effort and we have to at times struggle for arranging these supplies.
There is some relief as news that the curfew has been partially lifted in certain areas. For nearly a week, people had no access to basic necessities, including much-needed medicine. But it's little consolation for Suleiman. It took 6 hours to get him to the hospital under the strict curfew. Doctors say each passing hour made it less likely that they could save his leg. Divya Gopalan, Al Jazeera, Srinagar, Indian-administered Kashmir.